Hi guys, I have just reached 1000 subscribers, so this video is a bit of a celebration, but one more thing that is being celebrated is this thing. This is a trophy that I won. So in my local game store we have a tournament, a league that is spanning over 3 months. And in that league we collect points and eventually we have a top 4. And I happen to win that top 4 final, so here's the trophy. And in this video I've been thinking about talking and analyzing why I won. So how this works is that we are going to be playing 5 games, and the person that wins 2 games wins the entire finals and win this trophy. So it can either go to 2 games or it can end in 5 games. And in our scenario it actually went to 5 games. Each player won once. Then I was the person that was successful in winning twice, the last game, so I won the trophy. Great success. Let's talk about my 3 opponents. The first player is a control Brea player. He only plays Brea, and his build is quite heavily on the control. He's aiming at gaining infinite mana and kill all of his opponents with Brea, but usually what's winning him most games is grinding out his opponents and controlling the board state, and sometimes going to a beatdown strategy and kill all his opponents with attacking. That actually happens sometimes. The second player is a control Tasigur player. He used to be playing mono blue Baral. However, he switched away from that because playing Baral every single week, his opponents, like me, started to play Shock, Tsunami and Boil against him. And he got a little bit tired of getting his islands blown up. So he switched over to Tasigur, replacing a lot of his islands with Mana Confluence, Command Tower and City of Brass. Shock, Tsunami and Boil doesn't affect those lands. So his Tasigur build is quite similar to his old school Baral build, quite heavily on the control, but also speed. What he's aiming to do is put Tasigur into play as early as he can and then resolves an Eldritch Evolution, sacrifice his Tasigur that costs 6 converted mana, sending it to the command zone. Then he will find something that costs 8 mana or less, that will give him Rasaket. Now he only needs to pay 2 life, sacrifice 1 mana dog to find life. 1 green mana, turn all your land cards into creature cards. That will make it possible for him to sacrifice all his land cards and transform them into combo pieces. And that will pretty much assemble the entire Isochron Setter, Dramatic Reversal, Infinite Mana combo with artifacts. And then he has Infinite Mana, he just recast Tasigur, and with Infinite Mana Tasigur you know the deal, he will win. The third player is a bit of a tricky person. He's been in this tournament for quite some time and he has been playing new decks from time to time. However, he always plays the same deck during a long period of time. He started playing Storm, and then he switched over to Tasigur Control. Yeah, we have a lot of Tasigur Control lists in this tournament. Then he switched over to Mirmur Vig Hackball and made a really fast Mirmur Vig combo deck. So I was expecting him to be playing Mirmur Vig Hackball. However, it turned out that he switched to. He played something different. We're gonna talk about that later. Me, on the other hand, I play a lot of different decks. We play this tournament each Thursday. So each week I have a new deck, and I specifically aim at playing a new deck each week because I want to surprise my opponents and not give too much experience to them what they're going to expect. So by playing a new deck each week, they are having a harder time threatening me. Well, I can adapt towards them, and this is exactly what happened. So my aim was to build a deck that was going to be great versus these 3 guys, a deck that was going to be a meta deck. And with my experience playing against these guys, I know that they are really weak to Blood Moon. They play a lot of non-basics, but also they are in love with artifacts. So Stony Silence and Null Rod would be great. And actually, I know that if I have a Blood Moon and a Stony Silence in play, I have a 2-card win. So my deck that I put together involved Blood Moon, Back to Basics, Magus of the Moon, Null Rod, Stony Silence, Kataki and Energy Flux. And the 2 games that I won was all won because of Blood Moon together with one of those Staxy Permanents that lock down artifacts. I had infinite combos inside the deck, but those were all counterspelled. And in the end, what won me the game was Blood Moon and this artifact destruction I had. I also theorized that Najeela the Blade Blossom would be great versus these guys, because our games are quite grindy and quite long. We're always aiming at winning really fast, and some of our games ended really fast. Tasigur won like really fast turn 4, and then the Mirmur Vig actually didn't play Mirmur Vig, he played Breakfast Hawk and he won turn 2 in 1 game. That was really scary. So we are aiming at winning really fast, but we have a lot of interactions and some of our games turn out to be quite long. And I wanted a commander that can go the distance. So I chose to play Najeela the Blade Blossom, and it quite surprised them that they were going up against a 5-colored Blood Moon deck. Now this video is not a deck tech, but in the description below you will find a link to a tapped out page where you can see the entire deck list of the Najeela only basic land Blood Moon deck that I played that day. I might update that list and change it in the future, but if you watch it right now, you're gonna see how I played it that day. However, the message of this video is that you should surprise your opponents and not play the same thing over and over if you're going up against the same players all the time. So what I did to conceal this was that I started playing Najeela in a lot of different locations. I played a Najeela for maybe 2 weeks time on Discord a lot. I played it a lot on Discord just to learn the command and develop this deck. And when I played against them that finals that day, that was the first time ever they saw me play Najeela the Blade Blossom. And that is my message. And that is also why I think that I won. I actually asked them later what they thought I was going to play, and they had basically no idea. They were expecting anything. One guy said that you're probably going to play some form of stacks build or something similar like that because you like that kind of style. And he was kind of right. I played a stacks deck. Last thing I want to say is a big thank you to all of you guys that have subscribed to this channel, giving me likes, giving me comments, and I really enjoy it. It's been so fun building this channel and trying to continue forward. I'm gonna try to improve it as much as I can. I am a beginner, but I think this channel will grow and become something beautiful in the future. Take care, guys.